Hello there, this is Sadie. I hope that you're doing well. We are going to attempt to continue our streak and go for win number 37 in a row today. I rolled Mantis B to be our next ship. This is a boarding ship that has some real problems in the early game, but it can snowball quite hard. So, we're going to need to be real careful in the first number of jumps. Oh, good, we have an immediate store. Well, that might allow us to instantly solve our problems. Maybe. So, the big problem with this ship is basically you have two Mantis, and they are terrible at repairing things. You also only have level 1 engines, you can't run away from stuff, you have no weapons, so you can't interact with Zoltan shields. Your boarding drone is the only way to kill auto ships. So, like, it's great that you have a 4-person teleporter, but you only have 2 crew to begin with anyway. And basically, yeah, and you begin with 2 shield bubbles, which is the only ship that does that and is very good. But if you have to fix things, you can be in real problems. So you want to get a crew member that's not a Mantis as quickly as possible. And being forced into a store, we may well be able to do that right now, because we have stuff we can sell. Okay, there aren't any crew here. There's quite a few things here that would be good. If we had like loads and loads of scrap, I would be buying Clone Bay, Hacking, Zoltan Shield Bypass, and Long Range Scanners here. But of course we don't have that, because this is literally the first jump in the run and we have had no chance whatsoever to make scrap. So there's a couple of options that we can take here. We could just sell Mantis Pheromones and upgrade our engines twice. This is quite good because it allows us to run away from dangerous fights. The other option that we have is if we sell the Mantis Pheromones and something else, we could buy different things. And the thing that I'm particularly looking at is the Clone Bay. If I sell the boarding drone and the Mantis Pheromones, that gives me 60 scrap. I could buy level 2 engines and the Clone Bay. The Clone Bay will allow us to kill auto ships the same way that a boarding drone would. It also provides us a degree of insurance against us losing due to damage on oxygen, because frankly, if we have a Clone Bay, the oxygen can get broken and all run out, and we just need to make sure that we can eventually fix it. And you know, we can do that by sending the Mantis in a relay. They'll die a couple times, but they'll be fine ultimately. The downside of doing that, beyond, well, we lose the boarding drone, but that's not a huge downside because the boarding drone's not very good anyway, although there are some fights where just having a third body is quite helpful. I'm definitely selling the Mantis Pheromones, so I should just do that now. But it's a question of whether I sell anything else. The other downside, of course, is we go down that path, we're not getting level 3 engines, only level 2, and that can make a difference if we fight like a Zoltan shield ship that has, say, a flak and a heavy one. I remember losing a run on this ship to having that happen before I started recording on this channel. But I'm very, very tempted by the Clone Bay because I really like Clone Bays when I'm boarding, and they definitely simplify. They simplify the boarding process, and they simplify being able to deal with auto ships. It's just a problem of certain ships, if they have like 3 crew and weapons capable of damaging us, having the boarding drone to end things quicker is useful in a way that having a Clone Bay isn't. But I think I'm still going to do it. Clone Bay. Buying the scanners or bypass here is absolutely not the correct thing to do, even though they're both good in the long term. The big thing with Mantis B is getting out of Sector 1. We've gone some ways towards doing that. Alright, we've gone some ways towards doing that. I still want to get another crew member or level 3 engines. Well, actually, I'd like to get numerous more crew members because we have a 4-person boarding team. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of fight where potentially being able to get another boarder across in the form of the boarding drone would be quite helpful. But I think we'll be okay. We can safety dance these fuckers down. And the way we'll do that, go here. Now we can't safety dance them down anymore because there's only 2 of them. But our 2 Mantis will win this fight anyway. Unfortunately, they never lined their combat drone and mini beam well enough. Fucking hell, 37 scrap from one fight is really, really good. And I'd like to look at the map before I spend any money, but unless we're seeing another store, I'm buying engines 3. Yeah, we're buying engines 3. Okay. So there's some danger here. This ship has a fairly large defense drone blind spot. However, I'm wondering about boarding after they fire this. I'm gonna I'll let them fire the first one because I'm hoping that we can then break it before they fire a second time. I'm basically worried about them hitting my Klunda, which would kill the run. But that now will not be a risk of happening, I think. Oh, actually, we don't break this in time, do we? Okay. Defense drone, don't fail. Okay, fortunately that's a breach, but it doesn't break the system. Now we can smash this. The problem here is that they are going to bring this back every time they get 1 point of repair. And I won't necessarily always be able to guarantee having 2 people to board right away. Like, if I have 2 people to board straight away, we can just break it every single time. It may be wiser to run them out of missiles here. In fact, I probably should have done that right off the bat, but... Okay, get you 2 in here, wait until they fire. Now we board and break it. They definitely will not get the fire, and there's no risk that, you know, if I boarded before then, they might have hit our clone bay and then it would have been a disaster. the danger here is they might hit the drone control again, and then my defense drone isn't up. But that won't happen because they are out of missiles. Cool. Just board them one at a time now. These Mantis are going to get vented many, many, many times. Hooray! We're gonna have to vent them again to fix this room, but we definitely can't leave a breach in our drone controls. Yeah, the prudent play there would have been to let them fire all the missiles first. For some reason, I wasn't thinking about the fact that on my first boarding run, I would not, in fact, break that missile, and if they had then chosen to fire at our clone bay and we'd missed, we would have lost the streak. But, oh well. That did not happen, so there's no point worrying about that. We now want to save scrap for stores, basically. We want hacking, we want more crew, and I will buy crew if I get a chance to, very much so. Anything that isn't a Mantis, or a Zoltan, ideally not as well, but just anything that can fight fires and repair systems. Engie would be best, Rock is also pretty good. Human will do. Okay, this ship can't hurt me, and is very easy to board. We're gonna get a medium scrap reward from this, unfortunately, rather than a high scrap reward, because it's the pre-battle engine hack, and you only get a medium scrap reward for crew killing in this event. But literally, I don't have any other way to beat this ship. It's not like I can blow the ship up. I theoretically could, kiting them around, but that would be nightmarish. Yeah, you would need to kill the human, kill one of them. Which one you killed would be irrelevant. And then you would have to, like, board in shields, distract them in there while the other person, the other Mantis, broke a system, and do that over and over and over again until the ship blew up, while letting them get repairs. I'm never doing that. I wish we could go to these two nebula jumps, but that really takes us far out of our way and requires us to backtrack. Just because there's a fairly common teleporter blue option in the nebula that gives you free crew. We'll take distress though. We now have a clone base, so we have quite a few different distress events we can do. Okay, there's another store. We do not have enough to buy hacking, although I would buy crew in preference to buying hacking right now, but I'm going to take these 2 jumps and then the store so I can maximize my scrap. Explore the asteroid field and get some free stuff. Okay, I'm not going to board this ship. I'm going to just let the asteroids do their thing, and hopefully the defense drone will mostly protect us from the missiles. It could get distracted by asteroids, unfortunately, but... Okay, now I would board this ship, but... presently I can't. And I might as well just let the asteroids finish them off. I didn't need to vent you. I'm going to a store next, so I'm getting 2 jumps worth of healing. Oh well. Now I do need to finish venting you. Okay. Store number 2. Okay. Damn. Actually... Bye! Okay. I don't like having to sell the defense drone, but I don't like passing on hacking even more, so... we do that. Yeah, we're pretty well set now. We just need to acquire something to kill Zoltan shields, keep getting more crew, upgrading our hacking, upgrading our defenses, and going from there. And hopefully we'll get a defense drone or something back, but if not, it's fine. We'll eventually get something we can do with our drone control system. There is nothing there. We will attack the ship with conspicuous pirate markings. Okay, you go over here. We're gonna put you on the naughty step. We might take a missile or 2 here. Unfortunately, the hacking is not as effective. At completely shutting down a missile as a defense drone is. But, you know, we've still shut it down. And the hacking is much better at everything else. You go break this. We can maybe fish for surrender offers here. They can't come back to their ship, so it's not like they can do anything to us. That's not worth taking. Let's get some more skill. They have exactly enough hull for us to break everything without destroying their ship. Much better offer that time. Well, not offer. They were They were presenting it to us. We got much more scrap by doing that, is what I mean to say. Zoltan or NG, we are definitely not going Zoltan. We literally cannot do anything to Zoltan shields. So great when the game gives you a very easy choice. There's a store. Let's take some jumps first, since I can't currently afford anything. Investigate the battlefield and find nothing. I'm gonna just spend a hacking drone here. Traps you in there. We can't heal after this fight, unfortunately, because venting our crew risks us taking a solar flare in the Clon Bay and losing the run. Cool, we got more crew. You go here. You go fix that. Okay, fortunately this fight is not very dangerous. I actually want to intentionally let that NG through, because the sooner we win the fight, the less likely we are to get hit by a missile. Free stuff. Now we can vent our crew. Except the... Actually, no, I still want to vent the human. What are humans for if not venting? And he wouldn't be quite at full health. Depends on if I go to the store next, but I'm not sure. Our scrap totals are still not very high, although I could sell the burst one. I don't know why I would want to do that. I guess if they had a small bomb, I would do that. We shouldn't need to buy more crew at this point. We have 4 people. We should be getting loads of crew kills and have more coming in soon enough. I think I'm going to skip this lower store, take at least one more jump and go to this one. We will isolate and quarantine this virus. That gives us a drone reactor booster, which we can go and sell at the store for 25 scrap. If we had had higher level hacking, we'd have got a better reward, but we couldn't actually upgrade it at that last beacon because... Well, I wouldn't have anyway because we're waiting for the store, but I flat out couldn't. The last 2 beacons were hazard beacons, so I haven't been able to spend my money for a bit. I can go here, store there. Need to make sure that the fleet pursuit doesn't double. We will accept their offer of surrender and get some free stuff. good stuff here. The beam drone is cute, but that's way down my order of... I like the drone recovery arm, but the thing is, if we buy the drone recovery arm, we don't actually have any drones, and it doesn't work on hacking drones. I always love to have drone recovery arm on a ship that has drone control, but here it's not worth having. I'm going to buy backup battery, I'm going to get the scanners, and buy as much fuel as we can. Cool. Yeah, try to download the data stores. Even if that had gone into my clone bay, I would have been fine. The only reason I didn't break that in time is that I had to run the other Mantis into the teleporter rather. If I had had the two right there at the outset, I would have insta-boarded and we'd have broken it in time. And what we're going to do here is we're going to leave our teleporter on standby and board and break that again immediately. Well, this time we will actually break it immediately so that we don't take damage. And you might as well punch on the drones, although they're level 3 unfortunately, so we won't break them in time. Okay to board this. Let's see, I broke that about 6-7 seconds after boarding. That was about 13 seconds ago. If I board now, we got 20 seconds for that to go on cooldowns. That'd be 33 seconds after we broke it. Takes them 37.5 to actually repair that system level, and our clones will be ready in time, so we get an extra point of hull damage by doing that. The strictly optimal play though was to not do that and just wait each time. Yeah, there was only just enough time to do that. Had they got the missile up in time, I would have been forced to send a hacking drone over there to ensure that we didn't, you know, get hit in Clone Bay and lose the run. Go break this again. And now we'll just wait for them to fix. I think the drones will get fixed first. And then we just warp in here and break it. And we don't even need to worry about the missile, because as soon as we do one more point of damage, they die. Hooray! Weaponized dying. We got 12 scrap out of all of that. My crew all just suffocated horribly to death multiple times over in order that we could earn 12 scrap. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a jump. There's not much we can do about it. We'll go here and then the exit, and unless we feel like diving, which I very much don't. This will be a little irritating. But we're fine. This ship can't hurt us. Them having an anti-personnel drone is not ideal. Swap you guys around. We get another rather piddling amount of scrap. I want to upgrade my hacking and I want to upgrade my weapons. Which one I want to do first will probably depend somewhat on what sector we're going to next and how likely we are to face Zoltan shields in it. I can't remember what colors there were after NG. I didn't really pay that much attention to the map. Intervene to defend the outpost. We could train here. My crew are all dying so often that I'm not going to bother. You could certainly make the argument at that previous store that I didn't need the backup battery because, well, I have loads of power on this. This ship starts with loads of power anyway. But I'm glad to have it in the long run. You could make the same argument for the long-range scanners, of course. Ha! I nearly left that room too early, but only almost. Double reward. I could get some upgrades here, but since we're about to leave the sector, I would like to do that. Yeah, we could have got one more jump in had the game been laid out in such a way to allow me to do that. So we have two not entirely desirable sector types. We have protection against the rock live mine, so we don't need to be worried about a rock sector on that level. I think I probably will go there. We can go Zoltan, because we could just upgrade our weapons and use the burst one. But I'd rather upgrade my hacking first. Also, rock-controlled sectors gives us more chance of getting crew like rocks that are good at boarding. So we're going to do that. Get hacking up first. I'll get weapons to 2 next, then hacking to 3. Do I need to hack here? I don't think that I do. These weapons don't line up very well. Or rather, they kind of line up too well. I think they fire at basically the same moment. Yeah, this actually goes off. Yeah, 12 seconds for that, 13 for this. You two get vented. Weapons up. I suppose I should have checked my map for a store there, but really I like to have that option now. If I see a store, well, so be it, and I don't. I don't particularly like solar flares due to the whole problem of not being able to vent my crew after I leave, but it's a fight, so I'm still going to take it. I could always jump to an intentionally empty beacon afterwards, since I don't need to fear the live mine. Should rotate my crew around so that they sort of have equal amounts of damage on them in case I do need to go directly into another fight. You get in there. Is that seriously going to burn down? For fuck's sake. Go and fix that in case we fight a Zoltan shield ship next. Go up here, we're going to take more jumps before we hit a store. Cool. Well, we get the best boarding support weapon in the game completely for free. Also, we can now vent these guys. Yeah, the Breach 2 is guaranteed to knock any medical unit off because it deals 3 damage. It always breaches, so it completely fucks over auto scouts. It usually will knock 2 weapons offline if you fire it at weapons. It's just really, really good. It works with Zoltan Shield Bypass if you can get that. It ignores defense drones. It's just awesome. Whack you in the naughty step. Okay, we've taken out the weapons that are dangerous. We'll kill this rock and then we'll get a bunch of training by breaking systems. Might be able to get a surrender offer out of it as well. In fact, we can definitely, if they're willing to surrender, get an offer out of them, because we can, once we've broken their shields, we can do this. Okay. Looks like they're not going to surrender. I'll fire one more time just in case. But I need to pull my shot or we blow them up. Nope, that's not worth taking. And you two kill this guy. Then we only need to, by putting this Mantis on this tile, it means we only need to clone one person. This sees stuff and this doesn't, so since they're otherwise equivalent beacons, we obviously take the one that sees an additional jump. Might be different if this connected to anything else that we might want to go to, but it doesn't. It's a big ol' nothing jump. There's some useful stuff here, but I think I want to just keep pushing upgrades. The Charge Ion is better at getting through Zoltan shields than the Burst Laser 1 is, because it fires ion shots are double effectiveness against Zoltan shields, but it's not good, not enough of an improvement to make me want to actually spend the scrap. Similarly, the combat drone serves a similar purpose, but I think actually I just want to full repair, buy all the fuel, and then keep going. We'll use our NG to calm down the infected. Gonna power up the breach bomb here as well. It's not like our evade does anything when our entire crew are over on the enemy ship. Good. Actually, we shouldn't need to use a breach bomb. Let's just run our guys around. Doors have relocked. We can now lure them back in, lock the doors, and they can't get to their medbay. You have full health, you're fine. So it's just these two who need venting. Okay, we're gonna skip the asteroid fight since we can go to two fights that don't have a hazard beacon in the background just as easily. Just kind of hoping for some good boarding crew in this sector, but that has thus far not been forthcoming. Do I need to hack this? I'm not sure that I do, but I'm going to anyway. We will fish for more surrenders. Okay, we don't need to fish for it. They've offered it to us already, and it's definitely not worth taking. You two, go kill this idiot. Yeah. This beacon is worthless. But we will have to go to it to advance the sector unless we want to skip this fight, which I don't. Hacking all the way up. Yeah, sure, we'll accept your escort quest. So a beacon like this that's unmarked with a sun in it is always borders that don't give you scrap. And therefore, I'm going to go in with doors manned. We don't want to fight these guys if we can avoid it, because we're at a solar flare, so we can't rely on being able to regain our health. You get down there. Okay, good. We got out with only minimal hit point damage done. Free stuff. There was the other store. We were never getting there. Slug controlled or Mantis controlled. Slug 4 is a very, very good sector, especially as a boarding ship, because there are certain Slug class ships that turn up later that are quite annoying to fight. The sort of big ships that have crap loads of crew. But they are not eligible to spawn in Sector 5. Until Sector 5, rather, I mean to say. So they can't spawn in Sector 4. Coffin ships, which are incredibly easy to board because they have 2 crew and they're not even in the same compartment of the ship. they're very regular in Sector 4. So if you get a chance to do a Slug 4 on a boarding ship, I would recommend it. And also, slug-controlled sectors are generally better scrap than Mantis sectors and have more stores. So they're just all around better to do here. Hold my scrap for the moment in case I see a store that has stuff I want to buy. You want to check these 2 beacons. That's an escort quest. That could be a store. The only other place a non-nebula store could be is these 2 beacons at the end. And there are 2 stores in the nebula. We will attack this ship. Honestly, the drones here may be more dangerous than the weapons. Actually, I don't know what that bomb is, so that's probably not the case. Okay, cool. Go in here. Fucking Christ, they have an anti-personnel drone. Ooh, get wrecked, Brecken. More like Breckton. Hooray, a thing to sell. Why don't you just finish breaking it? What do you mean the game won't let you? Have a look at the map. Okay, we've seen a store. We have a lot of jumps to take before it, although it connects to the rest of the sector awkwardly. But, you know, I don't want to leave this entire top left sector, left part of the sector unexplored, so we're definitely going up there. And then we can cycle back down towards that store. Kind of tempted to just get my clone bay up. Yeah, I'm gonna just do that to protect against, you know, 1 single point of scratch damage causing me to lose crew. We have lots of time before we hit that store. We should be making plenty of money. Do I want to see this? Yeah. Okay, so it's a coffin. You two go in there. I could train my evade on this ship as well, but unfortunately, like if I deliberately punched them down so they only had these 2 lasers, say, I could do that. But like now, we could do it even. But we're cloning our crew so often that I don't find it worth it. My crew are almost never on the ship anyway. Go and punch stuff. Send the human and the Engie to punch oxygen down. Then we'll board them to kill the slug and they'll get the maximum amount of punch training that way. Suppose what we could do actually is just send the human over to make sure he takes the damage, so we only have to clone one of them, and we'll shoot this slug a couple times in the face and deal damage. And that way my human will win. Yep, that's enough. You get in there. This slug should have about 40 hit points left. I wasn't sure if I had set a fire or not. I think if I had, they would have died by now, so. So yeah, hopefully the whole sector is just full of fights like that. We didn't even get any extra scrap for crew killing that thinking on it, because that particular event with the pre-battle hack on your doors doesn't give extra scrap for crew kills. But who cares? Ugh. Why does everything in this fucking sector have an anti-personnel drop? We have to fight it while it's healing, but this was the only room we could fit 4 people in. We should win this before that goes off. Yep. Don't need to spend a missile. Those are satisfyingly round numbers. It's a shame that's not 20. Skip that, go here, there, store. I was considering upgrading my oxygen to deal with potential situations like this, but it's fine. We can actually just use our hacking here. We're going to board them with all our crew anyway, so we actually, the only thing that would be if we were to hear the firebomb, except if we just do that, the firebomb's not very dangerous. Oh no! Okay, these two don't need it, so just leave them. You get out as well, you don't need it either. This event is also one where crew killing does not give me an extra reward, but I might as well get the last bits of combat training. In fact, vent the 2 wounded ones, and then they'll lose a bit of combat training, and then we'll come back and we send them into the oxygen. can shoot this guy. So when we send them over to kill him, they'll have an easier time of it. Oh. Well, that did happen there. Oh well, fine. We set a fire. Okay, this is a guaranteed high scrap reward event, but they hack our medical unit. Our medical unit. Well, they do hack our medical unit, unless we counter it with our hacking system. We're being boarded by 2 slugs for free, and there's 2 over on their ship, who are separated off. I don't even think we need to counter here. There's some risk that we could take damage from this charge too, and what we can do is just use the naughty step once we're over on the enemy ship. Vent you idiots up to there. You 2 go in here so we can hit weapons. Oh yeah. If I'm gonna preserve my hack, I might as well use it. You 2 go and kill the slug boarders. Okay, no fires, but that guy has 10 hit points left. Hooray! Guaranteed high scrap reward. And we have our Columbi back. No store here. So there's only one more possible non-nebula store. I could really be getting some upgrades now, but I don't particularly need them yet. It'll mostly be shields now. But we want to see if there's some interesting options at the store. I would definitely now like to buy something back to do with my frigging drone control. An anti-drone could be interesting. Now I would buy the beam drone that we passed on earlier. I would buy now if I see it in this store. If I want to stop them from warping back, I need to break their teleporter, but I don't think I care. Just break stuff until they come back. don't need to vent anyone here because we're going to a shop next jump, so we'll get 2 lots of healing before we have to fight anyone again. We only needed 1 even. Okay. We get our defense drone back. The Hermes missile would be nice to buy if I didn't already have a breach bomb. It's kind of superfluous with that. We will, however, buy this pike beam, and we'll get rid of the hull missile. We might not use the pike beam much, if at all, until we get to the flagship. But it is useful for killing the flagship quickly once you've removed all their crew. We could buy a human here, but I think I'm going to get my shields up now. I'd buy a slug, I think, if there was one there. Maybe kill these guys before they leave the room. Thank you. That guy's getting away, but it's fine. This time we've got him. Cool, we got a slug for free. It's okay, sweetie. I think she heard my other half doing something downstairs that she took exception to. Which she often does, because she's quite nosy. She wants to know what everyone is doing. Let's now... I don't know why I'm continuing to man sensors. I mean, we're in a nebula, among other things. So, ideally we want 2 more Mantis now. We will attack the auto ship. I could technically train here on evade, but it would be so boring and annoying. What I would need to do, I mean, I'll train here while I can, but what I would need to do to train evade would be board every time this gets repaired to level 2, but not finish breaking it. And then this would be able to continue firing. I'd never do hull damage, but the missile would never come back. However, I'm not doing that. Let's just go and break stuff. Hopefully I can find a coffin ship before we leave the sector that we can train our new pilot on. Go punch shields. Good, no buffer upgrade. Oops. If we can punch the shields down completely, which we now have, we can swap over to the pike beam. And that'll put finishing touches on them. theoretically could have weapon trained on this ship as well by using that same method that I mentioned and leaving their shields up so I could fire this or the pike beam over and over again. But those are also very tedious things to do. You can't even speed hack using those sorts of methods because you need to manually make sure that things don't come back online. Okay, we got a bunch of scrap from the delivery. Let's buy some drone parts. The repair arm is not terrible since we can never get cloaking. The hull beam is good for sort of the same reason the pike beam is, but kind of superfluous. I don't really need it. So let's just buy the drone parts. Take a look up here. Okay, there's no fight detected there, so I'm going to just leave. I could have done a dive since this would be a nebula dive, but I don't see the point. NG Homeworlds or Zoltan controlled? We'll do NG Homeworlds. We could do Zoltan controlled at this point, but we don't need to risk that. And the NG Homeworlds quest is actually pretty good when you're a boarding ship. And we have an NG to trigger it in the first place. Well, yeah, of course someone would fall into your dastardly trap. You're literally the only beacon that we can go to in order to continue in this sector. Stupid pirates. Thinking like they've done something clever. Okay, we didn't need to use hacking here, I don't think. We've fallen into your trap of spending a hacking drone that I didn't need to. You're so clever. Boy, is my face red. With blood. I actually don't know if NGs or Zoltans would actually have red blood. I would assume not, in fact. I mean, Zoltans are kind of made out of energy, so I don't know that they would have blood at all. NGs are a little inconsistent. They're sort of biomechanical cyborgs. Are partly organic or entirely mechanical. I mean, you would think that would mean that they don't have blood, because if they do, it would be known that they were definitely at least partly organic. So yeah, my conclusion then is that neither of them have red blood. Or if any of them do, it's the Zoltans, and that would be weird. We'll take the fight. Put a defense drone up. Until we can shoot down the Zoltan shield. These two weapons don't do anything to us. You are really fucking annoying. I'm glad that we fixed that just in time for our defense drone to casually watch as the missile went by. Fortunately, it missed anyway. Oh my god, I should just use the fucking pike beam. At least I can't dodge that. You two go in there. Double reward, go! get vented. We could go up here, but that leads to a very bad. We then have to jump to this, which sees not very much. I suppose it does see some beacons, but I can get to them in a better way by going here. Give me free stuff. Should we take this store? Let's take this store. I'm not willing to buy crew yet. Let's just repair the fall and keep going. Okay, well, this time we will use the advanced hacking to get free reactor upgrade and the drone reactor booster. Yes, we'll escort these people. I know earlier I said an anti-personnel drone would be nice, but I don't have enough spots on my bar now, so we will... Not anti-personnel, I said an anti-drone would be nice, but same thing applies. Okay, I guess. I mean, if I have any hope of finding the Homeworld quest, I have to go to unmarked beacons. I'm not sure that that's particularly better than going to marked ones, but I don't want to fight in a pulsar, so I'm going to skip that at least, and that means I go this way. Okay. We can give away 5. Oh, well, that was close. Aid the civilian ship. Okay, this enemy can't hurt us, so we're training here. Need to deal with another border when they come back, but that's fine. You're on the wrong ship, Engie. Okay. I'm only training the slug as a pilot. I'm not bothering with the other stuff. So let's just put somebody on engines. I suppose inevitably that means I'm training that person on engines, so I might as well use the NG. You two, go break this. Hooray! I mean, admittedly, I would have preferred to get somebody that I could use, so I could use my existing NG on that. I suppose actually this means I can still use my existing NG on that. And use the new one who doesn't have as much training as a boarder. But even more so, I would like to get crew that allow me to, you know, have a fourth boarder who's not an NG. Let's upgrade my engines. You go here just because the dive ship is highly likely to board us. Actually. Save them here and then send you down there. But they're actually not going to be boarding us. I could board and kill this ship, but we'll take ASBs while doing that, and I don't see any reason that we should do that, and I don't feel like it. We'll take one ASB anyway while we're getting out. But we would take more if we actually tried to kill the ship, and we would only get one fuel for it. Come on, 40% chance of dodge. Boo. Late game rock sector is not ideal here because they're highly likely to have cloaking. And them being able to pre-cloak with strong weapons is frustrating. Don't remember what that quest is. Yeah, come on down. I think unfortunately that first guy's gonna come back in time now because... yeah. Due to the cloak, we couldn't breach bomb that system down it quickly enough. Oh, for fuck's sake, they both got through? I suppose that's the problem with the fact that my weapons aren't even manned. Okay, we get that rock that we were thinking about earlier in the previous rock sector. Everyone get vented, and now that other NG is going to go on weapons. Congratulations on your piloting skill. Now get in the teleporter. Get quite a number of jumps before we have to go into the store. Well, have to. We don't have to go to the store at all, but we're going to. There we go. This whole bit of the sector might as well not exist. Just let you all in. We have to let them hit us with at least one Solar Flare. I don't know who the them is that I'm referring to. Nature, I guess. Because otherwise we would have been jumping out with stuff still on cooldown, and I don't want to do that. But we should be alright here. I think I'll jump out before this hits. Slight possible punish if we get immediately hacked in our clone bay. How? He's in the clone bay! Cave-dwelling Pebble Man, who is in the clone bay. Oh, I need to go break this, don't I? Good. I might as well hit both of those stores for drone parts, if nothing else. So we'll take the one more fight. Actually, we might be able to take more, depends on what we see down there. We'll get the 4th level of shields before long, and then we can work on our weapons and buffer upgrades. We haven't needed to bother worrying about the teleporter yet, and don't really need the 2nd level of teleporter until we fight the flagship, because it's a 4-tile teleporter. Kind of wanted to let them all in, but they were so fucking slow to get over there that it actually let that guy escape. Whatever. Take it down now. You don't need cloning, but everyone else does. We'll buy the DNA bank so we have no more risk of losing crew. And yeah, go to the other store. If I'd been able to get that drone control earlier, I'd have probably bought the combat drone, but whatever. Fly the other pike beam, and we'll go like this. We just need the breach bomb for most of the flagship fight, and then we just use the pike beams once we've crew killed, and we're just interested in ending the fight as quickly as possible in phases 2 and 3. Let us just hack shields and pike beam repeatedly. This is the Rockholm World quest, it sucks. Oh, it was just an escort quest here, I guess. Start getting damage buffers. Working on the weapons. I might as well go take this because it's a fight. But it's an annoying fight in a solar flare where they're running away. No, I'm absolutely not selling drone parts. You're supposed to let them run away at this event, by the way. I'm not going to, but that is what you're meant to do here. Ah! That's really annoying. You guys fuck off. How long is your fucking cloak? Oh god. I didn't get all my crew over there. Well, I got enough to at least pull their pilot, which is the main thing. What? Fine. I'll stop you fixing that if you don't mind. No, there's fire going in there. No. No, no fixing that. Oh. No, I don't. I don't feel any guilt whatsoever. Give me your scrap. Move on. We don't need to worry about the possibility of a solar flare taking out the Columbae because we have backup DNA bank. That's not a risk. Is it worth double diving to get another fight? I don't think so, since we don't have cloaking. As before, I'm not going to waste my time boarding this ship. slightly lower evade because one of our NGs died and got cloned and hasn't gained his skill back. We have long-range scanners. Let's go to the Nebula. NG7 is quite bad for scrap-wise, and scrap is all we really want at this point. We don't need it. I could go and fight the flagship right now. But it would be nice to have more scrap. Let's get our teleporter up. So we have possible non-nebula stores at these 3 beacons. But I'm not really that bothered. What a good girl. Dog is being cute. So. Right. Take this fight. Why am I hacking shields? I clicked the wrong fucking thing. It doesn't matter enormously, but I may as well have not hacked at all than done that. Okay, weapons are offline permanently. We're gonna train our own weapons now. Fortunately, we'll be able to speed hack while doing it because we'll have to constantly wait for them to fucking cloak. Let's see, where is speed hack? Yeah, they're going to get to cloak approximately 120 more times. Since the pike beam gets to fire once each time it cloaks most of the time. Sounds like a construction yard. Minus the drills. Fortunately, I can pet the dog while I'm waiting for this to happen. We're almost there. Yay! And since I hacked shields by mistake anyway, I may as well use it to help me actually kill this ship. I don't know where the hell they are in their cloak cycle though, so I'm gonna just wait until after they cloak to do it. Really? We won't board again, we'll just wait for hacking to be ready. That was a very good reward. Let's upgrade my weapons again, get some power bars. Go back to this later. I'm going to check out the top side. I think I'm going to skip that beacon. We will attack this pirate ship. Good, now they won't run away from this room. And we win easily. Let's use the speed hack to actually make this a little bit quicker. Although that said, I am going to go off for a moment. Okay, we are back. Big old nothing. We can take this jump. We have Clonday. All of the options at low power battles are pretty good for us. We can manually search. Get another hull missile. Hopefully we find a store to sell it in our spare defense run 1 at. And if not, we're finding plenty of fights. Let them in. Switch their med bay off. Okay, there's the store. Go there to sell this excess crap and see if there's anything useful to buy. And otherwise, we're just going to hoover up fights for the rest of the sector. Just going to buy another Mantis. I know there's a Burst Slicer 2 here, but it doesn't really... I mean, it's better at getting through Zoltan shields than these pike beams. But we already have a beam run for that, so I don't care. And the pike beams are just for doing raw hull damage against the flagship, which I can already do. So I will actually pass on that. I'd be kind of tempted, if I had another missile that I wanted to use, I would probably get the explosive replicator. But I don't feel like I need more bombs. We have 22, that's enough with just the breach bomb 2 being used. The repair arm could be vaguely useful, but we don't need it. It would steal scrap from us. Like, we could get a full repair here, but I don't feel like... I mean, I'll do that in case we take one big missile. But honestly, we're going to get 10 free repair when we go into the next sector anyway. I don't want to spend this amount just so that I can use a repair arm and not have it take scrap from me. Do that so we can run all our weapons if we need to. On they goes. Let's go in here. NG goes splat, and we win. Yeah, now we just want to max out the reactor, upgrade our doors maybe. Sensors. No, I haven't saved my nuclear position since we got the Mantis. Let's fix that now. Open fire. Since I don't fire that much, really just means bored. No, they're not. Hold some scrap just in case there's another store, because I'm going to take this bottom path. And if one of these two is a store, we have to go through it. And there's a 50-50 chance that one of them is, so I might as well hold on to my money. Maybe we can find Zoltan Shield bypass. There isn't one there. Still hopeful we can get one more Mantis, that I can get the human off the ship, put the rock over there, and then just have 4 borders of equal speed. It's a little annoying having the one rock lagging behind. No, I want all my missiles. We can risk this, we have a clone bay. Oh no, there are now cannibals. We could clone there, but whatever. Oh, rock blue option. Leave them out of the nebula. Give me free things. We could just threaten them, but why do that? Let's just attack. We don't even need to hack here. I wanted to get rid of the human on my ship, not to get another one. You need venting the rock. By the way, I mentioned that we probably didn't need to repair because we were going to get 10 free hull at the end of this sector, and yeah, we haven't taken any damage since then. So, off to the last stand. Get me back to full. I'd like to hit a repair station just for draw parts. Would let us more readily use these drugs, should we need them in the flagship fight. You guys do as much damage as you can. Boo. Fuck off. Not spending any more bombs. We'll just have to go punch these shields. No using bombs. Now we can punch shields for a while. One more set of... Why are you in there? Death animation must not have finished playing. I could maybe try to manipulate them into having the combat drone up so that I can get shield training, but I really can't be bothered. Give me drone parts. Well, given that this is guaranteed scrap and this isn't, I might as well take another repair station. Do that so I can power both of these at once in case I want to. Probably go here or there, base. Yeah, they have double Vulcans. Terrifying. Kill this remaining rebel. But look out, they just need to fire another 7 or 8 times, and then they'll be really dangerous. And we'll go there and then back there. Fight the flagship at the base. Examine the station. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think we can get out before. We get hit by the ASB, but our crew will be out of position. Okay, if I jump out now, that doesn't actually hit. You two go here. No, not you two. You two. Okay, this looks really bad, but it isn't. It's just annoying. I don't need my pike beams yet. Let's just get more dodge. There's an easy way around this. Forward. And what you need to do is in between hacks, pull power out of that system. Now, if this system were powered, the next time they hacked it, our crew over there will be dragged back. Because it's not powered, that doesn't happen. So yeah, it says, friendly crew forced to teleport home, but no. No, they're not. And, you know, because at level 3 this only has a 10-second cooldown, and their hack has a 20-second cooldown, we are perfectly safe. It does slow things down, and it is annoying. There's no actual danger to it. We can potentially even use it to our advantage. Or we would have been able to had that not taken so long. You come back. You warp in there. Get out of that room. There we go. And now we can just continue using this as a murder chamber. 1, 2. The punches we've done to that room stay there. So it'll mean that when we clone these guys, they'll be able to get back into the teleporter room faster, even though it's hacked. I don't remember where you are in your hacking cycle, though. So I need to hold on for a moment. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, stop. It takes 10 punches to break a locked door. Now we punch that once and get through. Nope, no fixing that. Start powering up our beams because they're going to all be dead soon. Boo. Fuck off. We can actually fire these even while they're cloaked. So we have crew over there. You go boom. I might as well check that beacon out while I'm in between phases. So I'm going to take note of what order these people have been cloned in, and it's King and Aisha who have been last. And there's a reason for that we'll get to in a moment, but I won't go into it until we see whether we actually get a fight here. No, not the Rebel Fleet Pursuit. We barely need the hack here. These weapons are very non-threatening. We have a surplus of drugs, so we might as well use them. Heat breach bomb in the face. Okay. I want the rock to be one of the ones that comes out of the clone bay first, so let's set that up. Might as well take the repair station. I could theoretically try to go take this fight. In fact, forget theoretically, I'm gonna go do that, and in that case what we're doing here isn't that important, but Okay, even if this beacon gets taken over, we just dive and go back to the base. We have level 8 engines nearly. Level 7. We'll be able to get out before a single ASB hits us. Oh, outpost, I recognize the background. Yeah, we got 130 scrap from that nearly. Let's get this up. Guess we'll damage buffer that. Yeah, that'll do. So, we want the rock to be one of the first ones to get cloned, because basically, when you board 4 people into a room that has 2 slots in it, the way the game selects who stays in that room and who gets shunted out into the next nearest one is determined by their order on the crew roster. That's determined by this, basically, but it gets reset when they clone. So what's going to happen is when we board the flagship. Okay, we'll have to take a dive, but I won't be boarding there, so it won't affect this order. When we board the flagship, I want the rock and one of the mantis to go directly into missiles, which is a 2-tile room, and for them to stay there while my mantis go and punch down the drone system. And I want that instead of... the reason I want the rock to not be moving is obviously it takes the rock a very, very long time to get to the drone system. Not so for the mantis. So by doing it this way, when we do board, King and Aisha will be the ones that are in the that stay in the missile room, and the other 2 mantis will be the ones that get shunted out into the room next door. The ship is a joke. We'll hack just to make absolutely certain we don't take damage. Actually, get you in here because I don't want him... If he gets into engines or piloting, he could actually prevent my my FTL from charging in time. And it doesn't matter whether my crew are at full health or not. But did they actually get someone over? Yes, they did. That's very annoying. Whatever. So yeah. So King and Aisha. Defense drone. You get out of there. Don't care about hitting my own guys. Let's just do as much damage as we possibly can. That's funny that this gets set off by those rebels that were there from another event. Go and punch shields now. So we'll have to take one of these. But we're fine. And that should be the only one. I guess. There's not really anything useful for me to spend my scrap on. Suppose I can do this. That's better, yeah. I have a slug pilot anyway, I don't need to worry about the enemy's mind control. They'll mind control one of my crew, it doesn't particularly. Oh, that's why my skills were weird. I sent the NGs to the wrong ones. So we can't use our teleporter or our hacking right off the bat in this final phase. But we can use the beam drone or our 2 pike beams to cut through pretty fast. We'll just kill this rogue Mantis. Oh, cool. No damage. I'm not sure that we can get through in time, though. Completely avoid. Nah, he gets the second one off. Unfortunately, we were not lucky enough to avoid taking any hits twice in a row. That never seemed especially likely. You two go in there. I'm amazed we didn't take any hits there, considering we weren't even manning our piloting due to the, giant fire. Switch that off. That was a very easy run. Don't think we were ever in any real danger. Did we even get into yellow hull at any point? I'm not sure that we did. I think the lowest that I can remember us being at was 20. Which is still in the green, and we made a lot of scrap because we had early long-range scanners. Yeah, 6,000. Not as many fights as I had expected, but we were getting high rewards on basically all of them, so... Three, two, one, go. I already done that on this second part of the streak. Yeah, I've already done all those Alton ships already, and I'm only, well, now 9 deep into the second part. 3, 2, 1, go. I have definitely not done Stealth C. I think this is the first stealth ship that I've got. So, we'll be doing Stealth C next time out. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.